Or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, there's no feeling more intense. Or if you left your wallet at starting over, and you have to go back after spending an hour in the homework the day before it was due. If you won some money at the casino, there's no feeling more. Or if you left your wallet at starting, came up, you have to go back after spending. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before, if you won some money and then immediately dropped to all your winnings on red. If you won an argument with a friend, and then later discovered that they just returned to their original immediately dropped to starting over is harder than starting up. And if you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too harder than starting. Feel free to go away and come back. If you're not ready for that, I'll be here. Like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too harder than starting. Feel free to go away.
Thanks for coming with me on this trip.
I'll be here.
I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point.
What you're about to go through,
just find a safe place to stop or quit the game. Thanks for coming. Don't worry, I'll save your progress. Always, if you have to take a break, even your mistakes. Just find a safe place to stop or quit the game. Thanks for coming. This game is a homage to a free game that came out always good to take a break, even in sexy hiking. Just find a safe place. The author of that game was Jazzoy. This game is a homage to a free game who's known for always the father of B sexy hiking. And B games are rough assemblages of jazz objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to assemblages of jazz objects. They're built more for the joy of building very quickly than as polished products, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to assemblages of jazz. In a certain way, they're built more for the joy of building very quickly than as polished products, and they're often built almost entirely out of games and recycled parts. In a certain way, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. It's in it. Your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain. In a certain way, and it's one of the most unusual. That act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain. In a certain way, and it's one of the most unusual. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. In the digital world or in real life, are too sheer or too slow to drag yourself up a mountain. And the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling. In the digital world or in real life, are too sheer or too slow to drag yourself up a mountain. And the player is anyway. When you start sexy, unremittingly, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that. A lot of people never got dead trees. Pride and poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach. And it might take you an hour trying to find a way up and over. A lot of people never got. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach. Most obstacles in video game world, trying to find a way up and can be completely confident. There's a sense of truth in that lack of once you have the correct limits of your most obstacles in video just by spending a way up and can be completely that sense. Every pixelated obstacle once you have the correct limits of your most obstacles in video just is real. Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut. The obstacles in sexy hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzoy intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas, and that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world, not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas. Oof, sorry about that. Oh, it happened again. Keep on trying, don't let it get to you. This thing that we call failure is not the falling down, but the staying down. Mary Pickford.
Get nasty over, boy. Going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down the road feeling bad. Going down the road feeling bad, and I ain't going to be treated this way. Oh, lay them blues up, boy, playing. Down in the jail on my knees. I'm down in jail on my knees. Down in jail on my knees, and I ain't going to be treated this way. They feed me on cornbread and cheese. They feed me on cornbread and cheese. They feed me on cornbread and cheese, and I ain't going to be treated this way. That's good time, boys. Hey, buddy. Lord, Lord, Lord. $10 shoe fits my feet. A $10 shoe fits my feet. $10 shoe fits my feet, and I ain't going to be treated this way. Going where the weather suits my clothes. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes. I'm going where the weather suits my clothes, and I ain't going to be treated this way. Turn down, boy, turn down. Hey, hey, hey.
Whoop. 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 Oh. Oh.
The soul would have no rainbow, had the eyes no tears. John Vance Cheney. The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before. That's the deal. C.S. Lewis.
No. No.
I feel within me a peace above all earthly dignities, a still and quiet conscience. William Shakespeare.
What?
You've done this part before. You know it's possible. Just do what you did the first time. For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world. And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds. Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you can build culture out of trash, but only trash culture. Be games, be movies, be music, be philosophy. Maybe this is what digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted. There's 3D models of breakfast, Gen X's fanfic novels, scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled. Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering, disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight.